welcome you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Youngwei Koo going to get this one going. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Gibbs. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Lions first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
2nd and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's the 3rd-round rookie pick, Isaac Haslam.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd
and this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A second down throw for Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Uh-oh. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. Tees across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
He's got his man, that's Slayton, and he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. The defense not biting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Lions offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. The ball comes out. And the the Giants come up with it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Goff to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
That's good. 4 on Lions.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
They'll go play action with Goff. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Roy Robertson Harris gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. Gunnar Olszewski is deep for the Giants. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense ready for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. They'll go play action here with Dart. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for the Giants. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities, and for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line, and we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Duck in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
To Slav, a man in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, Goff. On target to Laporta. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Now, Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Laporta in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On the return, Olszewski. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. So trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
Slayton is the man in motion. He'll run with Tracy. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Doing there, they made sure he would not get free. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Goff. It's caught by the tight end Laporta. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions the first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
No chance at all. He'll go down. The safety, Javon Holland, coming on the rush that time. Picks up the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, this is Gibbs. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. They get the sack on 1st, the tackle for loss on 2nd, and now it brings up 3rd and long.
Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. Now Goff. He'll try to run for it. And a nice job defensively. They don't let him get away. It's good for 7, but it makes it 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
On first down, Dart. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Dart. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Al-Qadim Muhammad in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And you'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. To Slaw, the man in motion. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Catch is made by Wright. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Goff. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. He'll get about 2. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
Anzalone on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's second and 8. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Lions call their first time out as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Jamie Gillen on now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Goff's going to throw here on first and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Here's Gibbs. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. A gain there of 15. Good for a Lions first down.
That's good for a Lions first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And the Lions.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Off the play fake, here's Goff. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Sam Laporta, touchdown Lions.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick six the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions move out on top, 14-0.
14. Giants, nothing.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Throwing, dart. This one is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
A gain of 11.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Third and a yard. Throwing again, Dart. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
On 2nd down, Dart. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
27 yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. And it's caught. It's Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 yards.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
He's got his man. That's Slayton. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Pass pulled in by Tracy. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The run here with Devin Singletary. Powering forward. He's in. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Giants are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14, Giants 7.
So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll go play action with Goff. Working free downfield. It is Williams. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that. They're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
brings up
And after that
third
short
down.
run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. And they've got it on the ground. The mark will come at the 13,
It's a gain of
but
2.
it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
To the outside, that's St. Brown. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good. For
A pickup of 10,
First
and it's going to
down.
set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The
Here's
kicker on
Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will take a 21-7 lead.
Giants 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Now it's Tracy looking to run. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He takes off. And a nice run and close to the 1st down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
3rd and 2, and it's Dart. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
29-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. To the air once more is Dart. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
You'll see right before the ball was snapped, the quarterback just take a peek. Is there enough space between the defender and your wide receiver that you intend to throw this little quick to? That's called the cushion. Cushion's big enough, you can run the play. He gets up and press coverage, you got to get out of it.
A carry here for Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jackson Dart, touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, Giants.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Giants 14.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Laporta in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 6. Laporta in motion. On to the fourth quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On first down, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
Complete to Sam Laporta. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 5. On play action, Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And 5.
So throughout the course of the game now, we've seen this big tight end really have his way with the defense. But I think now after that play, the big hit, the forced incompletion, at least now there's a message being sent. As he gets back in the huddle, he's going to get a lot more opportunities. But just know there's going to be contact every time that ball's thrown your way.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of
2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Once again, it's Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's Gibbs. And he will score again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Giants 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Laporta in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Goff. Catch is made, that is Williams. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. 33 yards.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there. Works through his progression. Move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
On fourth down, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Williams in motion. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He pulls it in around the 5, and he's into the end zone. St. Brown, touchdown Lions. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Giants 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. On the play fake, here's Dart. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Dart going to throw here on second down. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Giants first down.
And the Giants first down.
Now Dart. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing again, Dart. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal.
57 yards.
A big-time play out of the G-men. A gain of 57 yards.
At the 8-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. Dart gonna throw it again. He's got it at the 3. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is third and goal.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The back of the end zone. He's got it. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there third and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Giants back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They face second down and 7. To throw is Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
9 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Goff to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
Pass interference.
That might
Defense.
make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. This would go a long way to sealing this one. 3rd and a yard. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's 4th down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
To the air on second down. Dart, he'll run again. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 more yards.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
A gain of 16.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On second down, Dart. Open man is Robinson. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Third and short. Here's Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs, but just as importantly, stop the clock.
Gain of 10 yards.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
To the air again goes Dart. That's made right side. It's Johnson.
Complete to Theo Johnson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win here for the Lions. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.